Hello everyone, welcome back. So I hope you all did a secondary research that what an aspiring rural entrepreneur has to do at the beginning in the rural areas, like when they will go to those rural areas to start any intervention. What are the first steps they should take? I hope you all did a secondary research on it. So we will discuss that only in our this session, that what a rural entrepreneur, an aspiring rural entrepreneur can do at the initial phase, because our rural areas are equipped with grassroots level organizations like NGOs and parastatals. So how an aspiring entrepreneur can seek help from this grassroots level institutions. So let's start. So at first they can take the help of these grassroots level institutions to mobilize the rural communities, because rural people don't trust any outsider at one go, or any new idea at one go. So it is those grassroots level institutions which are very much close to those rural communities like NGOs and parastatals. They can make them understand, they can make them believe in any outsider or in any new idea. So when you people, professionals like you, will go to rural areas to start any intervention, so in order to win the trust of those rural people, you first have to win the trust of those institutions. And before going to them, you better make one proposal and present in front of them that this is your idea, this is what you want to start in the rural areas, and in this way you want to benefit those rural people as well, along with embarking your own entrepreneurial journey. What another thing you people can do is that you people can bridge the gap between the available government schemes and policies and the beneficiaries. As we have discussed in our one of the previous sessions, that there is a lack of implementation of government schemes and policies. So you people can help in that. You can give your volunteer service, and that is also a way to win the trust of rural people. And yes, you can also work in bringing improvement in infrastructure in rural areas, and in order to do less investment, you can identify those programs and schemes which are for the infrastructure development. You can go to Panchayati Raj institutions to get an idea about all these things. And this parastatals, NGOs, they also recruit professionals like you. So before starting any entrepreneurial journey, you can start your career first working with them as their employee. Then while working with them as an employee, you will get to understand all the dimensions of rural areas, all the aspects, all the grassroots level politics and ambience. And from there you will get your innovative idea. From there you will know that how to embark your journey, where to go and which direction to go. And yes, you have to identify your intrapreneurs from the rural areas itself, because they are your stakeholders. And yeah, if there are any existing rural entrepreneurs, then you can motivate them, you can make them your partners. And yes, the grassroots level institutions will definitely help you in doing that if you can impress them. You have to have that right negotiation skills. So in this way, through rural entrepreneurship, we can ensure inclusive growth, because in rural areas there are many vulnerable sections of society are there who are very much poor, and they struggle to get the basic necessities of life. So this intervention of entrepreneurial programs can ensure inclusive growth at the grassroots level. It will reduce income inequality, it will promote trade, and yes, social innovation will also happen, which will bring various social changes like reduction in gender inequality. It will create assets in rural areas. It will help the rural people to create their own asset. And yes, technological upgradation will also take place. And these days, this world is moving more and more towards automation. So technology upgradation is very important. To achieve all those things, to achieve all sorts of achievements as a rural entrepreneur, an entrepreneur must have certain skills, especially in context of leadership. Like, they must have good communication skills, they must be visionary, they must be supportive and benevolent towards their rural stakeholders, and they must have the courage and heart to share their success so that their business model and idea can be replicated. And yes, you are working as a rural entrepreneur, or you are working with the marginalized section of the society, then you must be ethical. Ethics will ensure sustainability. So in this session, my dear friends, we have discussed that what an entrepreneur can do when she will go to rural areas for the first time to start any intervention, and from where they can start. And we have also discussed that how rural entrepreneurship will ensure an overall growth by bringing inclusive growth, and what sort of leadership qualities a rural entrepreneur must have, and the importance of being benevolent and ethical, especially when it comes to rural entrepreneurship. So that's all for this session, my dear friends. Till then, take care. Goodbye.